Greetings, mighty miracle mates. Anna Kujawa here, and I am teaching from A Course in Miracles today. And I am teaching from A Course in Miracles, the Complete and Annotated Edition. So this is the latest edition of A Course in Miracles. You may have seen this book. It's the large purple covered book. And it is the latest edition of A Course in Miracles. And what's new and different about this edition is that 45,000 words that came through the scribe Helen Schuckman were left out or edited out of the first two editions of A Course in Miracles. This is an edition that those 45,000 words were put back in with notation from the Course in Miracles scholar Robert Perry. So I just love this edition. It's so much richer, and I wanted to really learn the original / new material, and so I decided to teach it. So I just started at the beginning, and I am now at chapter 3, section 11. So I started this class almost 2 years ago. A year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. And we've made it all the way through chapter 3 as of tonight. So thank you for joining us, Les. Wonderful. Thank you, Les, for that. Thank you. I love what you say. Thank you, Anna, for your reminding us every week that we are designed by love for a life of love and to thrive in a community of love. Thank you, Les. Amen to that. And piggybacking on what Les just said, this is a healing circle that we are co-creating. Whenever we come together, whether it's on the internet or in person, to listen to these ideas of love and healing and unity, we are creating a healing circle. And it's healing circles that heal the earth, that heal the world. We do not heal alone. We don't heal ourselves alone. We don't heal for ourselves alone. And we don't heal the world by ourselves. But we offer healing to the world when we join on ideas that truly can be shared, loving ideas, ideas of unity consciousness. We are healed by unity consciousness, and the world is healed by unity consciousness. The consciousness that we are one. The awareness that we are one with all living beings, all that lives. That is the ideas that heal. So, where we are at is chapter 3, section 11. And the title of this section is called The Unshakable Foundation. The Unshakable Foundation. So, wonderful to have you guys joining us. Welcome, Irene. So again, we are chapter 3, section 11, The Unshakable Foundation. Yes, Les, we are co-creating a healing circle. All of us in the human circle, we do not heal alone by ourselves, seize our oneness. Amen. Beautiful. And Greg, if you would, when you get a chance, text out where the section that we're at so that they know. Okay, wonderful. Hello, Irene, and wonderful. So here we go, the Unshakable Foundation. What is? Would you like to experience having an unshakable foundation? What is an unshakable foundation? An unshakable foundation is an unshakable ground of being, where your ground of being, thank you, Les, the ground of being, your ground of being is unshakable. And the unshakable ground of your being, if you were to know that the ground of your being is unshakable, then you would experience a certainty of being, a certainty of worth, a certainty of awareness that would truly sustain peace of mind. So we're going to talk about that. What is an unshakable ground of being that you could stand on with perfect certainty about who and what you are, and experience true certainty? All right. Les says, bring it on. Les says he would like to experience an unshakable foundation. Well, we are going to hear about that today. So, here's how it goes. Paragraph 1, Chapter 3, Section 11. It is essential that this whole authority problem be voluntarily dismissed once and for all. Do what? Once and for all, I voluntarily dismiss this whole authority problem. I'm done with it. Once and for all, I dismiss my authority problem, my problem with knowing who is my true authority. Is it me, or is it my source? It says, you do not understand how important this is for your sanity. So what is the most important thing for my sanity? The most important thing for our sanity is dismissing the authority problem once and for all. And he says, you are quite insane on this point. What point? Who created you? Is it you, or is it your source? He says that this idea, this is crucial to our sanity. Okay? What is crucial to my sanity? That I dismiss this whole authority problem once and for all, and that the question of authorship be answered once and for all by us. We do not realize that our very sanity depends on this question of authorship. Okay? And then it says, why? Because we are quite insane on this point. What is my insanity? I'm still insane in that I think I am my own authority. I think I am my own author. I am denying my own true authorship. I still think that who and what I am, my reality, is up to me to decide, me who did not create myself, and this is why I am still insane. Okay? So your sanity, your very sanity, comes down to this point. Who is your author? Is it you, or is it love? Is it you, or is it God? Okay? So if you really want to experience your true sanity once and for all, it's going to come down to this question of authorship. Greg says, I think I should make my own choices. I have an authority problem thinking I created myself. Exactly. And it says, you are quite insane on this point still. And the fact that you are insane still on this point of authorship, this is not a judgment. This isn't someone judging you. This is merely a fact. It's a fact that we are still insane on the point of authorship. It's not a judgment, it's merely a fact. It is just as much a fact as God is a fact. So it's not a judgment that you're insane when it comes to the question of authorship. It's just a fact, or a starting point. A fact is literally a, quote, making or a starting point. You do start from this point, which means all of your thinking, and all of your thinking is inverted because the starting point of what starting point? You're insane. You're insane because you think that you are your own authorship. And as a long, and because our thinking and our belief system has started at this insane idea that we are our author, we are our source, we came from ourself. He says, because this is where your belief system begins, because this is the starting point of your whole belief system, then your whole belief system is inverted, meaning upside down. Our whole belief system is upside down because our whole belief system starts with an insane premise. And the insane premise that our whole belief system starts with is that we created ourselves. We are our own authority, okay? And because of that, we're turning to ourself to decide our truth and our reality. And that's what's making us insane, crazy. Now, I want you to remember something about what A Course in Miracles says about the authority problem. Remember that A Course in Miracles says that it's not money that is the root of all evil. It is the authority problem that is the root of all evil. Okay, so what is the root of all evil? It's me trying to be God. It's me thinking that I am God. It's me thinking that I know enough to judge. It's me thinking that I know enough about myself and reality to judge. It's me turning to myself for my ideas about myself. Me turning to myself about the truth of my own worth and my value. So the authority problem is the root of all evil. It's the same as saying that our authority problem is the root of evil, okay? Then we're going to talk about that in this section. That evil, we're going to talk about the concept of evil, and we're going to talk about the concept of the devil. And interesting how it says that the devil and evil, that is an idea. The devil and evil is just a concept. It's just an idea. And it's an idea that you are your own author. You are your own source, that you are your own creator. So where did the idea of the devil come from? Where did the idea of evil come from? It came from an idea that you are God. Not God, you are God. And so you know enough to judge. Okay? That's where the idea of evil came from. And that's where the idea of the devil came from. Okay? So that something whispered in your ear, you know, you are God. There's no God out there. You are God. You are your source. You just spontaneously came from yourself. You just spontaneously evolved. You came from yourself. You are God. That is where evil, or the concept of evil, or the concept of the devil came from. And that's why it says here in the first paragraph, it says, you do not understand how important this concept of you are not your own author is to your sanity. Your sanity comes down to this question of authorship. All right, so welcome Susan and welcome Melanie. Lovely to see you, my precious sisters. Welcome to our healing circle. Thank you for joining your loving, beautiful, powerful energy to our healing circle. Beautiful. And Les says it's insane. Let's start here. For me to believe that all that I am, I have created with nobody's help, nobody's love, nobody's investment, except exactly. That's right. So what is the devil? What is evil? It's that concept that you are God. You created yourself. You came from yourself. You didn't come from something beyond yourself. You are God. Because remember, that's what the ego is. The ego is the idea. The ego is the belief that the ego is God. The ego is the desire to be God. You know, I am the author of reality. My ego is the belief in me that wants to be the author of reality. I want to be the author of reality. I want to be right. Okay? That's what the ego is. Okay? So, we're talking about the authority problem, and it says, you do not understand how important I'm going to go back to the first sentence. It is essential that this whole authority problem be voluntarily dismissed once and for all. Oh, you mean I can voluntarily dismiss the authority problem once and for all? Okay, well, let me just try that. I voluntarily dismiss the whole authority problem once and for all. And I'm going to do this. Why? Because it is crucial to my own sanity. My sanity depends on it. And it goes something like this. I did not create myself. I was created by my source, by my loving source that we call God. Okay? Now, this is how you return your mind back to sanity, which is the same thing as saying peace of mind. I don't have peace of mind. I'm upset. I'm suffering because I am denying my own true authorship. I want to be God. I want to be right. I want to be the author of reality. I'm turning to myself to understand myself, and that's why I'm suffering. That's why I'm in pain. That's why I'm afraid, and that's why I am insane. That's true. If you are turning to yourself for the understanding of your worth and your value and who and what you are, of course you're going to be scared. Of course you're going to be anxious. Because when you turn to yourself for what is reality, you're gonna look at yourself and go, I'm just a body. I'm guilty. I should be ashamed of myself. I'm limited. I'm guilty. I'm separate. That's what you're gonna come up with when you are going to yourself for reality as your own author. It says the whole reason for your peace is that you are not the author of your own reality. Hi, Deborah. All right. So, here we go. Paragraph 2. Every system of thought, every belief system must have a starting point. Every belief system starts with something. Every belief system begins with either a making or a creating, a difference which we have already covered. Both the making and the creating are acts of will, except that making involves doing, while creating involves active willing. The resemblance of the thought systems lies in their power as foundations. So you got two belief systems here. One belief system you made, and one belief system was given to you. It was created. One belief system you made up yourself, and another belief system was created for you already. Okay? You didn't make it. All right. So then it says the resemblance between the two belief systems lies in their power as foundations. The difference of these two belief systems lies in what rests upon these two belief systems. Both belief systems are cornerstones for systems of belief by which you live. All right, so we got two belief systems here, and a belief system is what you live by. Wow, what is it I live by? What I live by is my belief system. What determines how I live? What determines how you live, what determines how anybody lives their life is their belief system. So according to someone's belief system, that's how they live. Now, we've got two belief systems here. You got a belief system that's based on fear And you got a belief system that's based on love. You got a belief system that's made up by you, and there's a belief system that was created by love, created by God. Those are beliefs you didn't make up. Now, it says that both belief systems, whether it's the belief system of fear, yours, or the belief system of love, God's, they are cornerstones. They are systems of belief by which you live. Okay? So how you live is determined by your belief system. Did you know that you have a belief system? A system of beliefs? And the cornerstone of your belief system starts with either a making or a creating. It starts with either fear or love. And the whole system of your beliefs comes from that. And it determines how you live. Okay? So, if you want to change how you live, if you want to change your life, then you have to go back down to what is your belief system. Okay? Your life is determined by your belief system. Okay, here's your belief system, right? You see it's a system, it's a complex. And at the core of your belief system is one thing or another. It's either love or fear. It's either what you made up, the beliefs you made up, trying to be God, or the cornerstone of your belief system is love, the thoughts of God, that God is your author. Okay? All right. Now, it says, both belief systems are systems of belief by which you live. Okay. Now, then it says in paragraph 3, it says, it is a mistake to believe that a thought system which is based on lies is weak. Okay? So either your belief system is based on lies or your belief system is based on truth. Okay? That is the two foundations of belief systems that we're talking about here. Is your belief system based on lies, or is your belief system based on truth? Well, here's what you need to know. Whether your belief system is based on lies or whether your belief system is based on truth, neither one of them is weak. Even a belief system based on lies, even a belief system based on ideas that aren't true, like guilt, like fear, like shame, like separation, even a belief system based on lies has power. Okay? That's why even though somebody can be believing things that are not true, but their belief in those lies can be very, very, very strong indeed. Okay? So it's a mistake to believe that somebody's thought system that's based on lies is a weak belief system. Just because somebody's belief system is based on lies does not mean that their belief system or that their beliefs are weak. Their belief in their beliefs is very strong indeed. Okay? So, that's because nothing made by a child of God is without power. So whether you believe in truth or you believe in lies, your belief has power. Nothing made by a child of God, or we say it like this, nothing believed in by a child of God is without power. Belief has power. The belief of the children of God has power. So whatever you believe in has power for you. Whatever they believe in has power for them. So even though what they believe isn't true, they believe it. Their belief has a lot of power. Right? All right. So it is absolutely essential that you realize this. because otherwise you will not understand why you have so much trouble with this course. Oh, great. You're going to explain to me why I have so much trouble with this course? Yes. And if you don't understand that what people believe in has great power for them, and what you have believed in has great power for you, what you believe in has great power for you. The beliefs that you have been believing in, even though they may not be true, has tremendous power for you. And unless you understand that your beliefs have great power, because you're behind them, your mind is behind your beliefs. And so whatever you have believed, you have given tremendous power. That's why sometimes it feels very difficult to change your beliefs. Have you ever noticed that it's very difficult to change your beliefs? And so even when you hear, hey, your beliefs in fear and your beliefs in limitation and your beliefs in shame and guilt are not true, that you still believe in them. Have you ever noticed that even after practicing for years and years to accept and adopt new beliefs, beliefs in your power, beliefs in your worth, that you still have those old beliefs in fear and guilt and limit? Why is that? It's because you're underestimating the power that you've given your beliefs. Just because your beliefs may be false doesn't mean that your beliefs don't have a lot of power for you. And unless you understand how much power your beliefs have, then you won't understand why you have so much trouble with this course. So what's our trouble with this course? Our trouble with this course is like, I really want to believe these ideas, but dang, these beliefs I've had for so long, they seem to have so much power over my mind. And so even though I want to believe in my guiltlessness, and even though I really want to accept my sinlessness, I still go back to and revert to guilt and fear and lack and limitation and judgment. So that is why I have trouble with this course, because I'm underestimating how much power my old beliefs have in my mind, right? I've underestimated that. And that's my trouble with this course. All right. Can you guys relate to that? So the trouble that we have with this course is that as much as I want to believe these new ideas, it seems like my old beliefs still have so much power over me. I've been I've been underestimating how much power I've given to the fear and the guilt and the shame and the judgment. Right? All right. So, wonderful. Welcome, Teresa and Rich. Wonderful to see you and to feel you here in our healing circle. Okay. Now, and it says, until you understand how much power that our beliefs have, even if they're false, even if they're lies, until you understand how much power your beliefs have, you won't be able to escape from the prison that you've made for yourself. Okay, so that's important. You know, for us to escape the prison that we've made for ourselves, the prison of guilt, the prison of limited thinking, the prison of judgment, the prison of shame and fear. When we want to escape from the prison we've made for ourselves, we're going to have to understand how much power our beliefs have. And we're going to have to stop underestimating the power of our beliefs. the power that we've given our beliefs. Just because you believe in things that aren't true, like sin and guilt and fear, doesn't mean that those beliefs don't have power. Why? Because no beliefs that a child of God believes are weak. Whatever you believe has power for you. It has tremendous power for you. Whatever you believe in, you have given power over you. Your beliefs have power. And until you understand that, then you're not going to be able to escape from the old beliefs, even when they're not true. All right. So, Greg says, as Jesus said once upon a time, your traditions, rituals, and beliefs are keeping you outside of the kingdom of heaven, indeed. Underestimated. Thank you. Yes, and Les says, lie-based beliefs are just as powerful as truth-based beliefs. I need help, Anna, escaping fear, repressions, guilt, etc. Me too. We all need help escaping from the prison that we've made for ourselves. All right. That's what A Course in Miracles is about, is helping us, giving us the new beliefs that enable us to escape the prison that we've made for ourselves. Now, what is the prison that we've made for ourselves? The prison that we've made for ourselves is that we've been believing in lies. We have a belief system that's based on lies. That is the prison that we have made for ourselves. It's a belief system. Imagine a belief system that you've surrounded yourself in. That is the prison. The prison that we have made for ourselves is a belief system that we have been believing in that is based on lies. What kind of lies? The lies of guilt, the lies of separation, the lies that you should be ashamed of yourself, the lie of sin, the lie of limitation, the lie that you created yourself, the lie that you created yourself. Only if you created yourself do you have a reason to be afraid and to feel ashamed and to feel guilty. But if you didn't create yourself, then you have every reason to rejoice and to not be afraid, to be released from guilt and sin. Beautiful. Irene says, ACIM helps us by giving us new beliefs to escape the power of beliefs based on our lies. Exactly. So the prison that we've made for ourselves is that we have been trying to be our own author, okay? And we've been trying to be our own author by guilt and by judgment. All right. So, beautiful. And it says this. It says, you have made the error of the psychotherapist that we described in some detail before. Yet you cannot resolve the authority problem by depreciating the power of your mind. Okay? So you can't get rid of the authority problem just by saying, well, it doesn't matter what I think anyway because my thoughts don't have any power anyway. So it doesn't matter what I think because my mind and my thoughts don't have any power anyway. But the point here is that your thoughts have power. Whatever your mind makes has power for you, right? Even if what you're believing, even if what you believe isn't true, whatever your mind makes has power because your mind has power. And your mind has power and your thoughts have power. Why? Because your mind was made by power itself. Your mind is like the mind that created your mind. And the mind that created your mind is power itself. So whatever your mind comes up with, which is your beliefs, has power. And so if your mind is generating fear and guilt with you thinking that you know the truth, then those beliefs of guilt and sin and fear and lack and limitation will seem to have tremendous power for you and over you, right? The imprisonment that you are experiencing came from the power of your mind, okay? You believe that you are limited. You believe that you can die. You believe that you are limited. You believe that you deserve to suffer only because of the power of your mind to believe whatever you want to believe. And your thoughts have power. So, if you want to escape the limitations and the prison that you have made for yourself, then that comes from understanding that your beliefs have power. Your beliefs have power even if your beliefs are not true, even if your beliefs are lies. Now, what is a lie? What is a belief that is a lie? A belief that is a lie is a belief that you are guilty. A belief that is a lie is a belief that you are a body. A belief that is a lie is that you are your own authority, that you created yourself, and that who and what you are is up to you to decide. But it's not true. It's a lie to believe that what you are is up to you to decide. Right? When you believe that what you are is up to you to decide, guess what you're going to decide? You're going to decide that you're a body. You're going to decide that you're limited. You're going to decide that you can die. You're going to decide that you know enough to judge reality, the reality of you and others. You're going to decide that you deserve to suffer when you are believing a lie that says that you are God, that who and what you are is up to you to decide because you are your own authority. That's a belief that's based on lies. So even though it is not true that I can die, even though it's not true that I die, because my mind was created by God, I can believe it, and I will give that belief all the power of my mind, and it will seem to be reality itself. And I will believe that idea, that I cannot overcome that. Why? Because that's how powerful our minds and our beliefs are. Your beliefs are so powerful. Because your mind is so powerful. Because your mind was created by power itself. Your mind is unlimited power itself because your mind was created by unlimited power itself. Okay, so if you believe that you are limited, if you believe that you are imprisoned in some way, shape, or form, that is only a witness to the power of your beliefs and the power that your mind has. Okay, to the extent that you believe that you are imprisoned, that's how powerful your mind is, right? So, if you want to escape from the prison that you have made for yourself, it entails an awareness of the power of your thought and the power of your belief. For instance, I am so powerful that I can believe that I can be in prison. And so my experience of being imprisoned by something is just a belief. That's all it is. Death itself is just a belief, and it's my belief. Okay? Now, and if I want to have a different experience, then it's going to come down to me deciding to believe something else. All right. Now, then it says this. It says, but you cannot resolve the authority problem by depreciating the power of your mind. The power of your mind can hurt you if you misuse the power of your mind. Why? Because you know your mind's strength, and you also know that you cannot weaken the power of your mind any more than you can weaken God. Wow. So, okay. So, what am I experiencing hurt? The hurt that I'm experiencing is I have been misusing my mind. I'm experiencing limitation. I'm experiencing myself as being imprisoned by something. And that is only because I have been misusing the power of my mind. I have been misusing the power of my mind. For instance, I have misused the power of my mind to believe that I am imprisoned by this situation. Me believing that this situation has imprisoned me is me misusing the power of my mind, me feeling imprisoned, me feeling limited, me feeling like I'm in an impossible situation, me feeling like I am in an impossible situation that I cannot get out of, is me misusing the power of my mind. Okay? Me believing that I can die, me believing that I am guilty, me believing that I cannot escape from this suffering, is me misusing the power of my mind. That's what's really going on. That's me using the power of my mind to hurt myself. I have used the power of my mind to hurt myself. That's what I'm suffering from. Wow. And it says that it says the power of your mind can hurt you if you misuse it, because you know your mind's strength. And you also know that you cannot weaken your mind's power any more than you can weaken God. Wow. I am using the power of my mind to believe that I can be weakened by this situation. That's what I'm perceiving right now. Okay. Any questions or comments? Les says, I am my own source, not God. That's lie number 1. Lie number 2, the devil made me do it, not me. Very good. All right. So, we have underestimated the power of our mind. And so now what we're doing is we are relearning. We are learning again just how powerful our minds really are. We're learning how powerful our thoughts and our beliefs really are. And our beliefs have so much power that we can believe in something that's not true at all, and it can seem to have total and complete power over us. That's how powerful our beliefs are. So don't underestimate the power somebody's beliefs have over them, even if their beliefs are not true. Okay, and the same for ourselves. The reason that A Course in Miracles, that the reason we have so much problem, the reason we have problems with A Course in Miracles is because we're underestimating how much power we've given our belief in guilt and fear. To the point where even though we've been studying A Course in Miracles a long time, and we love the ideas of A Course in Miracles, and we're listening to them, we are wondering why we still have the results in our lives of guilt and fear and the beliefs in limitation and the illusion of imprisonment. Why is that? Is because just because I love the ideas of A Course in Miracles and I want the ideas of A Course in Miracles, I'm unaware, I'm in denial about just how much power I had given to my old beliefs in guilt, my old beliefs in limitation, my old beliefs in sin, right? I'm in denial that I still have those beliefs and just how much power I've given to them. And that's my trouble with A Course in Miracles, right? Why is it that even after all this time of studying A Course in Miracles, I still seem to have I still seem to be in prison in so many ways? That's our trouble with the Course. And until we understand just how powerful our beliefs are upon us and how much power we've given them over us, then we won't be able to escape from those beliefs. So it's like kind of ironic, or it's kind of seemingly contradictory that in order to escape from our old ego beliefs, we're going to have to get out of denial about how much power we have given them. All right. So, beautiful. Now it's going to talk about the devil. Yay! We're going to talk about the devil. We talked about evil, right? We said that A Course in Miracles says the root of all evil is the authority problem, right? So, the root of all evil is the authority problem. Well, so is the devil. The devil also is an idea, a concept that came from the authority problem. Okay? So what is the authority problem? It's where the idea of the devil came from. Because what is the devil? It's that idea that goes, you are God. You know enough to judge all of reality. There is no God. You came from yourself. You are the author of reality. That's what the devil is. Remember, the devil is the ego that wants to be God. So if you think about the things that you've heard that are attributed to the devil, it's exactly the same things that A Course in Miracles talks about and teaches us about relative to the ego. What is the ego? What does the ego say? What does the ego do? Where did the ego come from? What is the ego about? Well, it's the same as the devil. The devil is the ego. The ego is the devil. And the devil and the ego is the authority problem. It's this: I am God. God, I want to be God. I want to be right. I want to be the author of my own reality. I want to be the author of their reality. I know enough to judge. I came from myself. Okay? That is what that's what the evil is, and that's what the devil is. It's a frightening concept. What is the devil? A frightening concept. Now, why is it that the devil is such a frightening concept? Why is it that the devil is an idea that when we hear about, we laugh at it? Why is it that the ego we're afraid of it? Why is it that we don't laugh at the ego? Why is it we don't just laugh at the idea of the devil? Well, because the devil is thought of as extremely powerful and extremely active. The devil is perceived as a force in combat with God, battling God for the possession of souls. That's why the devil is such a frightening concept. Same thing with the ego. The ego and the devil are a frightening concept because of the way we conceive of the devil and the ego. We see the devil as something that has so much power. It's so powerful, and the devil and the ego is so extremely active and extremely powerful, and the devil and the ego is battling with God for our souls. That's why the devil and the ego is such a frightening concept. Okay, so we're still talking about the devil. We're talking about the ego. We're talking about what is ego, what is the devil, what is evil. Why is it so frightening? Okay, well, it's a concept that is so frightening because we've given it so much power. We've given it so much power over us. Okay, and we believe that the ego and the devil is a very active, very powerful force that's battling God himself to possess our souls. Okay? Yeah, and even if you didn't believe in the devil, this is exactly the same thing about the ego. Okay, this is the same about the ego. It's why we're afraid of our own egos. Okay, it says the ego is a frightening concept only because the ego is thought of as extremely powerful and extremely active, because our ego is perceived as a force in combat with God, battling God for the possession of souls. The devil, or the ego, deceives by lies and builds kingdoms of its own, in which everything is in direct opposition to God. Yet the devil, or the ego, attracts people rather than repels people. And people, souls, are perceived as willing to, quote, sell the devil or the ego their souls in return for gifts they know are of no real worth at all. This makes absolutely no sense. The whole picture here is one in which people act in a way that they themselves realize is self-destructive, but which they do not will to correct, and therefore perceives the cause as beyond their control. All right. So we're talking about that part of us that we know is destructive. We realize that is, those urges that you have, those desires that you have that you know are destructive, but you want them anyway. Okay, he's talking about that same thing as the devil in the ego. It is a self-destructive desire. Okay, what is that part of me that desires that which hurts me? What is it within me that desires that which is self-destructive in me? But I want it. That I don't even want to correct it. Okay, this is the devil. This is that which I'm willing to sell my soul for, that even I know is going to hurt me and it's of no real value in the end. But what is up with that? Why is it that we are willing to sell, to quote, sell our peace, to sell our souls for something that hurts us, that's self-destructive? that we want. You know, what is up with that? Now, when you desire something that is destructive to you, that hurts you, but you want it anyway, when you want it, even though you know it's destructive to you, here's what you're gonna do. Here's what you're gonna say to yourself. I just can't control it. I can't control it. It's beyond my control. Okay? I can't, you know, what is it that we often say about our addictions? We say, I've lost control over my addictions. I can't control my desire for cigarettes. I can't control my desire for alcohol. I can't control my desire for food and sex and sugar, you know. These things that are destructive to us, or these relationships that are abusive. Okay? When you're attracted to something that hurts you, but you don't want to correct it, you don't want to do anything about it, you tell yourself, I can't control my desire for it. Okay? And this is what the devil is. It is a concept, a frightening concept that that tells you that you want what hurts you. Okay? That's what the devil said. That's what the devil is. The devil is a belief system. It's a belief that you harbor. It's a belief that you listen to that says, you know you want what hurts you. You know you want it. Give me your peace and I'll give you what hurts you. You know you want it. And we have been willing to give away and to sell our peace of mind, our safety, our true peace, in order to purchase something that we don't even really want. It doesn't even have any value and it hurts us. That is the devil within us. What's the devil? It's a belief. It's a belief system that makes me believe that I want what hurts me, and so that now I don't have any control over it. Wow, that's what it is. Now, that is the result of the authority problem. When you want to be God instead of being created by God, when you want to be the author of reality about yourself, when you want to hang on to being the author of your own reality, then the only other thing, the only thing that's left is to be in a relationship and to desire the devil, a belief system that tells you that you want what hurts you. Because what hurts you is your beliefs about yourself, the beliefs you've made up about yourself, the belief system that you made up about yourself. That is what hurts you. What hurts us is a belief system that we made up, beliefs that are our beliefs, beliefs that I made up about myself, beliefs that I've made up about myself. That is the belief system that's what's hurting me. That is what we call the devil. That is what we call evil. I made up beliefs that say that I am God. But that's what the ego is. That's what the devil is. That's what evil is. Okay? It's my beliefs that I want to be God instead of created by God. All right. And so Les says, devil equals wanting something that only hurts me. And Irene says, what hurts me are my belief systems that I made up about myself. And then Bridget says, I only want what's real. Amen to that. Okay. So, when you take that stand against the authority problem, when you decide to dismiss the authority problem, and when you decide to answer that question of authority once and for all by saying, I did not create myself. I am not my author. I did not create myself. I am as love created me. I am as God created me. Okay, now you only want what loves you and supports you and heals you and sustains you and protects you and provides for you. Okay, while you are wanting to be God, you could only desire that which hurts you. Okay, so the devil that tempts you and says, you know, you want to trade your peace for that which hurts you. You know you want it, even though it hurts you, you know you gotta have it. That is the only result of wanting to be God, turning to yourself for your identity, turning to yourself for your truth, turning to yourself for what is reality. Okay? So those are your two options. Remember, you got two belief systems. There's only two belief systems. One belief system is, I want to be God, and then now I'm attracted to that which hurts me, and I'm willing to sell my soul for what hurts me and doesn't satisfy me. Or you got the thought system that's not based on a lie. It's a thought system that's based on truth. What truth? The truth that I am as God created me. I did not create myself. I am as God created me. And how did God create me? As only love. How did God create me? Unlimited. How did God create me? Sinless. How did God create me? Guiltless. How did God create me? As a spirit, not a body. How did God create me? How did my source create me? As eternal, which means no death, which means immortal. So you got two thought systems here, and either thought system is going to have total and complete power over your mind. Okay? Power you've given it over you. Okay? So which belief system are you going to adopt? Which belief system are you going to choose? And which belief system are you going to live by? Are you going to live by the belief system that you are God? Or are you going to live by the belief system that you are created by God and that your identity and reality is established by God and not you, not your own ideas as separate from God? What's it going to be? And choose well, because whatever beliefs you choose you are going to live by, and they are going to seem to have power, all power over you. All right. Beautiful. Irene says, when you decide the authority problem, I did not create myself, I'm not my author, I am as God created me. Exactly. Beautiful. And Irene also says, what hurts me are my belief system that I made up about myself. Exactly. All right. So, here we go. It says this. Let's see, where were we? Let me see. All right. So, whatever, I thought that was very interesting about the addiction piece. You know, whatever it is, whatever addiction that you feel that you don't have any control over. I don't have any control over my attraction to that which hurts me, whatever form that takes. You know, is it sugar? Is it alcohol? Is it abusive relationships? Is it cigarettes? Is it food that's not good for you? What is it? Is it an addiction to pain? Whatever that addiction is to that which hurts you, when you are addicted to that which hurts you, but you don't want to correct it, then you will then call it, you'll then say, well, I've lost control over it. I have no control over this. But when you for real have had enough and you've reached your threshold for suffering and you want that addiction to what hurts you corrected, then you will no longer say, I have no control over it. What you will say to yourself is you will say, wow, I am attracted to that which hurts me. I am attracted to beliefs that hurt me. I am attracted to the belief that I am God, that I am the author of reality, that I know enough, that I came from myself. Then you will say, I have been attracted and desiring beliefs that hurt me, and I have given them the power of my mind. And I would like to believe something different. And I am now going to give my belief to something different. I'm going to give the power of my belief to the truth, which is I did not create myself. I am as God created me. I am as my source created me. That's what you will begin to give the power of your belief to when you are tired of feeling like the victim who cannot escape from their attraction to that which hurts you. Okay? Are you ready to take your power back from your attraction, your addiction to that which hurts you? Are you ready to pull your power back and give the power of your belief to beliefs that are true? Are you ready to pull your power back and give the power of your belief to a belief system that's based on truth? Are you ready to do that? Well, congratulations. What a miracle that you can and that you are hearing how to do that. You're not a victim. You're not a victim to your attraction to that which hurts you. You know, the devil does not have power over you. It doesn't, no matter how much power that it seems to have. No matter how much power that you have given to the devil and to the ego within yourself. No matter how much power you have believed that this hurtful thing this addiction has had over you. You are still the strong one in this seeming conflict. You have only been imprisoned by your beliefs, and that's all. You're not imprisoned by something that's real or true. And so, you can now choose again. You can take the power of your belief that you have given to the devil or to the ego, to that which hurts you, and you can now take the power of your belief and give it over to the truth. What truth? The truth that you are not God, you are not your creator, you did not create yourself. It is not up to you to decide your reality, thank God. The Course in Miracles says, you know what would have happened if you were able to be your own author? You would have destroyed yourself by now. So thank God that you are not your own author. Thank God you don't have the power to create yourself and to decide for yourself your reality and to make that true. You would have destroyed yourself a long time ago. And the fact that you did not destroy yourself is all the proof that you need that you are not your author. You're not the author of reality. You did not create yourself. And the fact that you did not create yourself is the whole reason for your peace. And it's the whole reason that you can change your mind and change your life in an instant. Beautiful. And Bridget says, yes, I am ready to take my power back. Yes. And Bridget says, I am as God created me. Yes. Exactly. Beautiful. All right. So then it says in paragraph 5, we have discussed the fall or the separation before, but the fall or the separation's meaning must be clearly understood without symbols. That why? Because the separation is not symbolic. What is the separation? What is the fall? So remember, we're talking about the devil, the ego, evil, the separation, the fall. You know, it's not symbolic. All of this that we're referring to is a system of thought. It's a belief system. What's the devil? A belief system. What's the ego? A belief system. What's the separation? A belief system. What's the fall? It's a belief system. It's just a belief system. It's a belief system that's perfectly real in time, sure, but it's a belief system that's not real in eternity. So it's just a belief system based on lies. That's all. The ego, the separation, the fall, the devil, the ego. It's a belief system that's based on lies. But just because it's a belief system based on lies doesn't mean it doesn't have any power. Okay? Anything, whatever a child of God, whatever beliefs came from a child of God, have power. So don't tell yourself, oh well, since the ego or the devil is based on lies, it doesn't have any power. No, it has the power of your mind, and the power of your mind came from God's mind. So that's why we got to talk about the separation. That's why we got to talk about the ego. That's why we got to talk about the devil. That's why we got to talk about the ego and evil, because in time it seems very, very real, which means it seems very, very powerful. We got to talk about it because of the power that we have given it. Okay, we've got to talk about it so that we can take back the belief that we invested in it. We got to talk about it so that we can take back the power of our belief that we invested in it, so that we can come to understand finally that it doesn't have power over us. And when we go, hey, this thing that hurts me, this addiction to what hurts me, has no power over me anymore, that is when you'll go, oh my God, I have escaped the prison that I had been experiencing. I've escaped the prison that I felt like I was in. That's what it means to look at this thought system based on lies that we call the devil, call the ego, call the separation, call the fall, so that we can see that we were only imprisoned by the power of the beliefs that we gave it. That's all. And that we can take back the power of our belief from those lies in sin and separation. And once we do that, then we see that, hey, the only thing we were imprisoned by was our own belief. Wow. The only thing that I was really imprisoned by was my belief? For real? I really did think I was imprisoned by my financial mistakes. I really did feel like I was imprisoned by my physical condition. I really did believe that I was imprisoned in that abusive relationship that I was in. I really did believe that I was imprisoned in that abusive childhood that I experienced. And you're saying that I was really only imprisoned by my beliefs that I gave my power to? That's it? That's the only thing that I was really imprisoned by? After all, I was just a prisoner of my own beliefs? Wow. Yes, when we have that awareness and that realization, and then we take the power of our belief and we invest it in a belief system based on truth, then you realize that you have escaped. You have escaped that which you felt was a prison that you were imprisoned by for so long. And then you'll be like, I'm free, I escaped. And all it was just a belief system. Those bars, those limitations, that jail, that prison that I felt like I was in, it was just a belief after all. And now I am free. I have escaped. Hallelujah. I see now I was only imprisoned by my false beliefs. My false beliefs that I could decide the truth about myself. You know, because that's all that guilt is. That's all that fear is. That's all that imprisonment is. That's all that sickness is. That's all that death is. All that is you believing your own lies, your own self-made concepts. That's all that suffering really is. Suffering is you believing your own lies. Suffering is just you believing your own beliefs as if you are the author of reality. That's what suffering really is. And then the escape from suffering is you going, hey, I am not the author of reality. And the author of reality really says that I can't suffer. I can't be guilty. I am worthy. Okay? So if you really want to escape the suffering or the prison that you felt that you're imprisoned in, you go like this. All that I believed about how I'm limited and I'm guilty and I am mortal and I should be ashamed of myself was never true. It was just a lie. A lie that I made up for myself and that I believed in and gave the power of my belief to. And it was never true. That's how you escape. Wow. All right. So, we have 10 minutes left, so what I'm going to do is we're going to stop here for today. And, yes. And Les says, thank God I am not the author of my own realities. Free at last. I am free at last. Yes, because you are not the author of your reality. You are free. You are free at last. Because the only thing that was imprisoning you was you trying to decide, you believing in your own lies about yourself. Hallelujah. Okay. So I'm going to do some announcements, and then we're going to do the integration meditation. And so we're going to do announcements. So the integration meditation we'll do, well, for whatever time we have. So announcements are this. I do 2 live streams a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. On Mondays, that's at the Rocky Mountain Miracle Center. So if you're in the Denver area and you want to come to the live class that I do, that's at the Rocky Mountain Miracle Center in Denver. But you can also, and then Wednesday is as today, the complete and annotated edition of A Course in Miracles, like we're doing in this class right here. So 2 live streams a week. And you can see my live streams by going to my Facebook page and just scrolling down, and you'll see my classes. Also, you can find my classes on YouTube. And not only can you find my classes on YouTube, but I do Course in Miracles readings where I'm just reading A Course in Miracles to beautiful music, which is a wonderful teaching aid. Sometimes I'm just too much in my ego to even read the Course in Miracles, and in those days I just need to listen to it. So you can go to my YouTube channel, and you can find where I do Course in Miracles meditations, and I do Course in Miracles readings, and I got Course in Miracles classes going back years and years. So, and also I would like to be doing YouTube Live, and so that's my goal, but I need to up my YouTube subscriptions in order to do that. So please go to my YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed already. Go to my YouTube channel and hit subscribe so that I can eventually move on over to YouTube live streaming. So go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And also, if you want to find my other classes, then you can also find them by scrolling through my my Facebook page. And my last name is spelled Kujawa. Also, I am a holistic psychotherapist, and I have a psychotherapeutic niche for Course in Miracles students called Miracle Psychotherapeutics. And so this is where I offer psychotherapeutic support to Course in Miracles students who are going through something and could use some support, but they want it from a Course in Miracles perspective. So if you are going through a challenging time or experience and you would like some personal one-on-one support about how to look at what you're going through in a miraculous way, such that miracles come forth from it effortlessly, then contact me and we can set up a miracle psychotherapeutic session, either Skype or in person or by phone. The way you can reach me is go to my website, annakujawa.com. Go to the last page of my website and you'll see my phone number. And with my phone number, text me, and that's the best way to set up a miracle psychotherapeutic session with me. So, and Les says, thank your teachers like Anna often, yay, call, email, Skype, beautiful, thank you, Les, amen to that. Wonderful. And I thank you guys for your joining, your energy, the power of your belief, the unlimited power of your minds. You've joined into this healing circle where we are hearing these loving healing ideas. And I thank you for joining the power of your mind and hearts and belief into this healing circle, because this is how the world is healed, from circles like this that we co-create when we join our minds, when we put the power of our minds into these beliefs and we join on them. Okay, that's how we are healed, and that's how the world is healed. So I thank you. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate, because that is energy. I appreciate your thoughts, your questions, your comments. I just love them and I appreciate them so much. So now we are going to do the integration meditation. And in the integration meditation, we take the ideas that we heard and we use them. We're going to use these ideas. We're going to apply them to whatever we're going through right now. So whatever stress or conflict or fear or suffering that you are experiencing right now, let's apply these ideas. Because as you apply these ideas to what you are actively currently going through, that is how you experience miracles in place of the suffering. So that's what we're going to do. So I want you to close your eyes and take a breath and just breathe. And just feel what it feels like to hear the ideas of A Course in Miracles. What do these ideas feel like in your mind, in your heart, even in your body? And what does it feel like to hear these ideas in a healing circle? A circle of mighty companions who also want a new belief system, a belief system based on truth. And take a breath. Beautiful. All right. So here's how we're going to use these ideas. So I want you to bring to your awareness whatever area of life that you don't have peace in right now. What situation or relationship or area of your life right now are you feeling imprisoned by? What is it right now that you feel like is imprisoning you or limiting you in some way? What condition is it that you wish you could escape from, or maybe you've been trying to escape from and you just can't seem to escape from it? Is it a pattern of some kind? Is it a relationship pattern, a financial problem? Is it a physical condition? What is it that you have been trying to escape from but haven't? What is it that you feel imprisons you in some way? I want you to bring that condition or situation to your awareness. And after you have, I want you to see it in your mind's eye, and I want you to take a breath. All right. Now we're going to tell ourselves the truth about this situation or condition we feel imprisoned by that we can't escape from. We're going to tell ourselves the truth about it. We're going to tell ourselves what this section said about this situation or condition. And we're going to tell ourselves this: I am imprisoned by my own beliefs about myself that are showing up in this situation or condition. I am feeling imprisoned by my own beliefs about myself. What's limiting me, what's imprisoning me in my experience is my own beliefs. The imprisonment that I am experiencing here, the limitation I'm experiencing here, is really just the power of my beliefs. What I'm experiencing here is just how much power I've given to my beliefs that are limiting me, that I am limited. And take a breath. And tell yourself the truth. All that is limiting me or imprisoning me in this situation is my beliefs that I have given the power of my belief to. That's all I'm feeling imprisoned by, is the power I have given to my belief. Beautiful. And I want you to tell yourself, what I am feeling imprisoned or limited by right now is a belief of mine that is based on a lie. What I am feeling limited by and imprisoned by is a belief that is based on a lie that I am telling myself. And all the power that this seems to have over me is just the power I have invested in it. That's how much belief I have given to it. The power that I feel this has over me is just how much I have wanted it to be true. And tell yourself the truth even if you don't believe it. Tell yourself, I have believed that this had power over me. I had believed I had lost control over this because I didn't want it corrected. I still wanted to believe in it. I still wanted to be right about how I was limited. I still wanted to be right about how I was a prisoner, about how I was a victim. I wanted to believe that I was right about how I was a victim to this. And that's why it seemed like I lost control over it, like it had power over me. I believed that I was powerless in the face of my addiction to what hurt me because I didn't want it corrected. Tell yourself the truth, even if you don't believe it. And take a breath. Now tell yourself the truth as well. But I am not my own author. I did not create myself. And since I did not create myself, I still have all power over this. I am the strong one in this seeming conflict. Why? Because I did not create myself. I am still strong. I remain exactly as God created me. And so I am the strong one in this seeming conflict. Tell yourself, I remain exactly as I was created by God. I did not create myself, and so I am still strong. I did not create myself, and so I am not alone. I did not create myself, and so I am still strong. Beautiful. And just take note of how that feels. How does that feel? To take your power back and to place the power of your belief in the truth. How does that feel? Beautiful. Wonderful. All right. Good job, guys. Good work, good work. I so appreciate you joining this healing circle. I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I appreciate you more than I could tell you, and I will see you next time I see you.